Hi, I'm Shihan, and I work as the executive editor of BBC Media Action in Bangladesh. And I'm going to talk to you about the journey we took for making programs on resilience issues in Bangladesh. This is Bangladesh, a country of nearly 160 million people, home to the world's longest beach and the largest mangrove forest. And the land is so fertile that we Bangladeshis like to say, if you throw a seed, it will grow on its own. But every year, tens of thousands of people are forced to leave their homes because of extreme weather. We have floods that affect different parts of the country, cyclone and salinity in the southern area, river erosion and drought in the northern areas, and many more. In 2012, BBC Media Action launched Climate Asia, the world's largest study of people's everyday experience of climate change. It was a perception study to see how people felt about climate change and how it's impacting their lives. We spoke to more than 33,000 people across 7 countries in Asia. In Bangladesh, 82% of people thought that changes in weather are making it more difficult for them to earn money. They were also worried about their health and about their children's future. People wanted to take action, but many said that they didn't know how to respond. But where people were acting, it was more effective when they worked together. When it comes to the media landscape, 90% of people have access to television in Bangladesh. That's far more than the access to a radio or the internet. So we focused on creating a television show, Amrai Pari, which means together we can do it.
এ পর্যন্ত আমরা ঘুরে বেরিয়েছি দেশের নানা প্রান্তে, কথা বলেছি সেসব এলাকার মানুষের সঙ্গে এবং একসাথে জলবায়ু পরিবর্তনজনিত বিভিন্ন সমস্যার সমাধানের পথ খুঁজেছি।
When designing the show, we spoke to hundreds of communities and NGOs and local experts and collected stories of everyday problem and made a reality show with a focus to demonstrate simple low-cost techniques and encourage communities to work together. So this was the first time that a makeover show like this had been tried in Bangladesh. Communities were challenged to create something against the clock. It helped create a sense of drama as well as showing people that what can be achieved in a short span of time if you work together. After watching the show, other people began replicating the techniques used in the episodes.
দোকান যেভাবে ঘর বাঁধে সেইভাবে শিখে এসে আমি এইভাবে আড়া বাবনা তীর চাল সেইভাবে সব সেট করতে দিই। সেট করে আরও আমি 20-25 খান ঘর আমি এইভাবে নিজ হাতে করেছি এইভাবে হাঁড়ি করে।
And the TV show gave a voice to people who are often underrepresented by the mainstream media. The media in Bangladesh is also very male-dominated. I think the show has done a good job of amplifying the voice of women and challenging gender norms in what is still a very patriarchal society.
তখন আমরা নারীরা একত্র হইয়া একটা সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়েছি যে পুরুষের ধমকি শুনবো না। হ্যাঁ, আমরা বাহিরে লামিয়া রাস্তা করছি, খাল কাটছি, ট্রেনিং এ যাই, আইনে দেখাই যে তোমাকে 300 টাকা মকো 200 টাকা হইছে। আমরা সঞ্চয়ও করি।
Creating new partnerships is one way in which Amrai Pari has evolved over time. And we know that if people discuss the issues in our show after they have watched it, then they are even more likely to take action. So we also focused on taking that show beyond television. As a part of that, staff from 14 radio stations across the country received trainings from Amrai Pari producers. They worked together to develop shows about disaster preparedness that were relevant to the local audiences. Hundreds of volunteers from Bangladesh Red Crescent Society and other partners are being trained to run community screenings like this. Amrai Pari toolkits containing discussion guides, games, inspiring stories, and all the TV content are being sent to community centers across the country. In the last 18 months in Bangladesh, the internet access has risen to 16% and has overtaken radio for the first time. And social media is a great way of engaging young people. So we focused on utilizing platforms like Facebook and YouTube to engage with the urban youth population. As part of our work, we go back to the audience again and again in different stages of the project. In total, over the course of the 3-year project, our resilience programming was watched by 22.5 million people in Bangladesh cumulatively. At the end of the second series, more than a third of viewers said they had taken some action as a result of watching the show. After the third series, that figure had risen to almost half of all viewers. Along with that, as many women as men have watched the show, which is quite unusual for Bangladesh, where you generally find more men watching television. So that is, in a large nutshell, the journey we have taken for Amrai Pari. It has been an extraordinary journey where we have been privileged to find some truly inspiring individuals, communities, and stories, and who have been proving again and again that together we can do it. Thank you.